Good evening, friends. This is Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. More importantly, we do have offices in three parts of the globe. Unlike the great companies like Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, Lenskart, Paytm, Delivery, Flipkart, we are not unicorn. But unlike them, we are 100% profitable with $0 backing. I repeat, $0 backing from any venture capitalist or private equity firm, which is irrespective of the fact that many venture capitalists and private equity firms are writing us on Twitter, LinkedIn, on my official ID, email ID that they are willing to invest. But we are not interested. As we speak, Treasury Consulting is a hedge fund. By hedge fund, we means we take positions in various asset classes, which includes equities, commodities, crypto, fixed income, and many. But like I said, our hedge fund is a proprietary hedge fund. Now, the proprietary hedge fund means that we take positions only backed up by our own capital. Now, which means that suppose today I am taking a position of $100. Now, that position of $100 is backed up by own capital. It is not backed up by the third party capital or any third party investor. So we are a proprietary hedge fund, which effectively means that no third party capital is allowed in our hedge fund. So today we take a position of $100, $200, $500, $1,000 or any amount, it is backed up by our own capital. Like an American hedge fund, we take positions in FICC, which stands fixed income currencies and commodities. Of course, we do have crypto and eventually we'll have more asset classes. Apart from that, we have our training programs. We have our OTT platform. OTT stands at over the top, just like we have Amazon Prime and Netflix. But yes, as compared to these big platforms, we are relatively very small, but we are expanding. Probably by end of December 2022, our OTT platform would be much bigger compared to what it is today. We have our consulting desk, we have our private placement program, we have our trainings, we have our learnings, we have our family office desk, we have our pension fund desk, we have our Sheetal Academy, and many more products. In case you wish to have any information about our products or our services, you can WhatsApp on my personal number, which is +91 9899242978. Alternatively, you can WhatsApp at our back office, which is +91 9818485155. I repeat, we are 100% profitable. Of course, we are also sitting on huge valuation, but we don't want to boast that. More importantly, Treasury Consulting is pretty active on social media, which includes YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp, Dailymotion, our news channels on Telegram, our short-term apps, just like we have Moj, Josh, Chingari, Zilly, Trendo. We are almost on every social platform. And eventually we are planning to have our own app of short videos. This may take a while, but we are planning. In case you have wanted to have any information, you can WhatsApp on our personal number, which is +91 9899 242 978. Alternatively, you can WhatsApp at our back office, which is +91 9818485155. Thank you. This is part 1 of the video. In this, I would be covering specifically about the foreign institutional investors in India. And this is the beginning of our series whereby we would be talking about foreign institutional investors. But this is a three-part series. So this is part 1. So followed by followed by part 2 and 3. Now, first of all, we need to understand that why India need foreign institutional investors. Indian capital market is not as big as we have American capital markets. But that's a separate thing, that the corruption in the Indian media and the Indian capital market is as big as we have, more bigger than we have in United States. The right fact is, a bank, Goldman Sachs, who sits at the asset base of near about $1 trillion, which is near about 33% of the Indian GDP. So as we speak, Indian GDP is about 3.3 trillion. I don't know how accurate is this figure, but it is said that Indian GDP is near about 3.3 trillion. Goldman Sachs is sitting at an asset base of near about 1 trillion. In fact, little bit more than 1 trillion, which means near about 33% of the Indian GDP. If we look at the share price of Goldman Sachs, then this is around $390. Well, if I look at JP Morgan Chase, who also have a very huge asset base, their share price is near about 160 to 170 US dollars. I will not take other banks into consideration because it will consume little time. But if I look at the Indian banks, and none of the Indian banks is near to the asset base of Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan. None of the Indian banks, which includes HDFC, ICICI, Kotak Mahindra Bank, ICICI Bank, Bandhan Bank, RBL Bank, and many other small finance banks. But if you look at the share price of these banks, you will never realize that there is a hell lot of difference between the top banks like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, compared with the Indian bank. Not only in terms of asset disclosures, but also in terms of the reporting of the balance sheet. If you look at the 10K, actually in US the annual report is known as 10K. If you look at 10K of Goldman Sachs, which is widely available on their website, since it is a public document, you will feel like they disclosed almost everything about their company, their bank, about their positions, about their derivative, about their hedge accounting, about the Basel 3, about the Pillar 3, and everything. Similar is the case with JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, almost intact. But if you look at the annual report of Indian banks, you feel like it is a trash. But God is very kind. Indian media is highly corrupt. You will never realize that anyone from a knowledge base will come on the media and speak against the banks. It would never happen. Rather, Indian banks, specifically talking State Bank of India, phased out billions of dollars worth of NPA. According to the public information, Indian banks phased out near about 11 lakh crores, which is a huge amount. 11 lakh crores in the last 7 to 8 years. So, non performing asset worth 11 lakh crores being phased out by Indian banks in the last 7 to 8 years. Statistically speaking, 11 lakh crore is near about 150 billion US dollars. 150 billion US dollars, which is approximately 5% of the Indian GDP. Which means in the last 7 to 8 years, 5% of the Indian GDP is phased out in the form of non performing assets. But did anyone dare to speak on this? Did anyone dare to report that who all the corporates who got this funding? No, it would never happen. Henceforth, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and other big American banks should learn from India that even though their counterparts are extremely small, but their share price are much bigger than them. But you know that in Hindi we call natak. Natak can only be done till an extent. India was FII dependent, India is FII dependent, and India would continue to be FII dependent. We have seen historically that when FII sells in India, market drops. And when FII buys in India, market up. Because the capacity of the domestic institutional investors in India are limited. Of course, I shot many videos covering domestic institutional investor, and I would be making separate videos covering domestic institutional investors in the last 1 to 2 months. But in this video, where we are starting a series on foreign institutional investor, we would be specifically talking about foreign institutional investor. To cut the long discussion short, whatever natak we are looking at our capital market, this natak is only on the media channel. Because the reality is India is an institutional dependent economy. I repeat, institutional dependent economy. Now, by institutional dependent economy, I mean that, whether this is foreign institutional investor who invest extensively in the Indian market, or whether this is private equity, venture capitalist firms who take strategic positions in loss-making Indian startups, run for many years, and then with the help of the regulators, they get IPO approval. And as we speak, the latest is the Delhi Valley. Delhi Valley, a loss-making company, got approval of IPO, and to the tune of 1 billion US dollars. You heard me right, 1 billion US dollar. So India is a very different setup. If you do anything wrong, then you have regulators. But the loss-making companies get billion-dollar approval, knowing the fact that the company is in losses since inception. They have a negative retained earnings, which is an accounting issue. Going concern is an issue, irrespective they being allowed to raise the money from the retail investors. But this is legal. This is completely legal. Near about 33%, 2500 crores, is the OFS component of Delhi Valley. OFS stands out, offer for sale. Now, which means that existing investors quitting and retail investors came into the picture. So now in the first part, I clarified that India is an institutional dependent economy. Now, being an institutional dependent economy, you need to understand that institutional have the firepower. Now, by firepower, I means the money. Since they have the firepower, media and all other institutions are in their pocket. Simple. Have you ever seen a single institutional investor being fined? Never. Have you ever seen any loss making company in India is not approved for IPO? Never. In the part B, we would be talking about FII strategies as we speak. Thank you. Welcome to part B of the video or part second of the video. Often a term is there in the public that stock price manipulation in India. But who manipulates the stock price in India? The biggest manipulator of the stock price in India are none other than the people who comes on the TV and the institutional investors themselves. So let's take a simplistic example. A person I don't name, there are many business channels which we have in India. And on all business channels, there are set of speakers that come almost every day. Have you ever thought why these speakers remains intact? Why don't these business channels change the speakers? From the last 2 years, I am watching CNBC TV, NDTV Profit, Z Business, and many other business channels, and I'm noticing that the set of speakers are intact. Why don't they change these speakers? Every day, these speakers come on media channels. They give calls. Example, HDFC Bank will touch 3,000. Example, ICICI Bank will touch 900. IndusInd Bank will sell. Guys, did any of the calls provided by them have any research attached? Any link which is given by the media that XYZ person is giving a call and this is the link of the research attached. So XYZ person is coming on the media and saying HDFC Bank will go to 3,000. Example, there should be a research report that should be attached or a link of that research report to be provided on the website of that media channel, which can be downloaded or which can be evaluated, which can be criticized, which can be scrutinized. But is that happening? No. And question is not is that happening or not. Question is it would never happen also. Just assume in a week we have 5 working days, Monday to Friday. Suppose 5 speakers come on one business channel, assuming, and one speaker give 3 calls. Generally, I have noticed a speaker give 3 to 4 calls. It means near about 12 calls on a daily basis per business channel per speaker. Per business channel, near about 12 calls. One person give 4 calls. You have 5 speakers, 4 into 5, 20. Okay, you can take 20. If you have 4 business channels, then 20 into 4 equal to 80 calls in a weekday. In a, I would say, yeah, in a weekday. 80 into 5, assuming no holiday, no chutti, it's about 400 calls in a week. These calls circulated on the social media, including WhatsApp and various other groups, which creates myth in the mind of the investor. Did you ever thought that are these calls provided by the people in the media, are these backed up by the institutional investors? Think about that. Because institutional investors take positions in the following category of India. Following categories in India. Number 1. Institutional investors take position in the cash segment, which means buy and hold till we get our profit. So example, today you buying HDFC Bank 1 lakh shares, assuming you buying Apollo Hospital 1 lakh shares, you buying L&T 1 lakh shares, cash. They take positions in index, which is Nifty, Bank Nifty. In the indexes, they take position in options and futures. Now, index options, Nifty at 18,000, example, Bank Nifty at 41,000, or they take position in the index futures. They can take positions because they have the money. More important than the money, everyone is in their pocket. Money matters. They take position in the stock also. Stock FNO. Stock option. Example, L&T. Just take a hypothetical example. L&T, they are selling L&T in options. Or they are taking a position in the L&T futures. To categorically speaking, FII take position in 5 ways in India. Number 1 is the cash. Buy, hold until you get the profit. Number 2 is the index futures or index options. Number 3 is the stock futures and stock options. The word called stock manipulation is clearly rampant here. Let me take a simplistic example. I am taking a position in HDFC Bank, or let's take an example, I'm taking a position in Kotak Mahindra Bank. Now I again repeat, this is a hypothetical example. Don't treat this as a real life example. This is a hypothetical example. So I'm taking 5 lakh shares of Kotak Mahindra Bank, which is near about 2000. I am an institutional investor. I am having huge money. Money is not a problem. Money is not a problem to me. Don't talk me about money. In financial year 2021, only in 1 year, which is financial year 2021, institutional investors made 23,000 crores as profit. So, venture capitalists and private equity firms made 23,000 crores as profit only in 1 year. 23,000 crores, which is very closer to $4 billion. Irrespective of the fact that Majority of the companies in which they invested is a loss-making company. But even after that, they made extensive profit. If I give a cut of that to the people, even if I distribute 5% as a cut commission, then who cares? Still, I am getting 95%. In the part C, I would be letting you know about a strategy that how institutional investors work. But to cut the long discussion short, in this part, which is part B, institutional investors knows how to play in the market. You may feel like they are selling. They are not selling, actually they are buying. You may feel like they are buying, they are not buying, they are actually selling. If you look at the NSE website, they only disclose the cash segment. Not a single media institution in India is letting people know about how FII behaves. That's why we're starting this series. So to conclude, they take position in the 5 ways. Number 1 is the cash. Number 2 is the index FNO. Number 3 is the stock FNO. So index options, index futures, stock options, and stock futures. This is Rahul Magan. See you in the part 3. Thank you. This is part 3 of the video. Now, in this part, I'm creating a hypothetical example because the real life examples might be coming in the upcoming videos. But this is a hypothetical example, so please don't treat this as a live example. By live example, I mean the latest example. So this is a hypothetical example which I'm creating since this is the first set of video. By the way, more videos are on the way. I'm an institutional investor. Money is not a concern for me. Now, first of all, we need to understand institutional investors are connected with the investment advisors also. And I have the evidence. I have the screenshot provided by a largest investment advisor that he is connected with the institutional investor. And that wakes me up that the roots of institutional investors are deeply rooted. Previously, because I knew that I worked in the corporate treasury of American company, I dealt with almost every bank you name, which includes Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Citi, Standard Chartered, UBS, Barclays, DBS, you just name them and I dealt with. Even today, we invest in the top 10 mutual funds of India, deal with top banks of the globe, so we know how they work. I always believe that institutional investors have a very good connect with the mutual funds. And I witnessed that. Many Indian mutual funds have invested in the loss-making companies. We definitely have videos in that regards. Institutional investors are well connected with the investment advisors. And those investment advisors, those who have a fan following of lakhs. Let's take an example. So let's start with a hypothetical example. So I'm an institutional investor. I'm buying 5 lakh shares of Kotak Mahindra Bank. 5 lakh shares for Kotak Mahindra Bank is nothing for me. Small amount, nothing. Now I wanted to cover this. Assume I bought at 2000. Assume. I wanted to cover this. I go to the stock future and take the hedging position, which is long Kotak Mahindra Bank. Since I have taken a position in cash, stock price is already up. Now I am taking a position in the future. The future is already up. Retail investor in India, the paid business media channels, the paid anchor represent this by Kotak Mahindra Bank. Current price 2020, target 2050. Novice investors buy this. Stock price go to 2040. I bought in the cash at 2000. The index futures, the stock futures are up. I quitted. Probably partially or completely. And the stock price down. There are numerous incidents we have in the market when stock price went up suddenly without having any prior information, any prior news, or any prior announcement, any results, or anything, but the stock price went up. And investors are like, oh my god, what the hell is happening in Kotak Mahindra Bank, which is pushing the price to 2000. Suddenly there is a flash on the screen by a paid anchor or a speaker by Kotak Mahindra Bank. Retail investors started buying this, stock price go up. After 1 hour you feel, oh my god, Kotak Mahindra Bank was 2020. What made it to 1980? Institutional investor quitted. He bought at 2000, sold at 2040, 5 lakh shares into 40, he's done. Now, who is the biggest manipulator of stock price? It's a common sense. And if you're thinking this is the only video, then more interesting videos are on the card. Guys, remember, whether your Nifty is 15,000, whether your Nifty is 16,000, whether your Nifty is 17,000, whether your Nifty is at 18,000, retail investors more or less end up in losses. But institutional investors never lost. But you will never see that the stock manipulation tag comes to them because of the money. And that's a most important thing. Now, this is the very simplistic example I proved to you on the video. More complex examples are on the cards. Remember my words. This is an industry where, apparently speaking, regulator is working, but practically regulator is doing nothing. Billions, billions of dollars worth of annual profit. Billions. You even can't believe. Billions worth of annual profit are taken up by the institutional investors and other institutions from India on a yearly basis. But nowhere it is being discussed. Because out of billions, if you give even 5% cut, only 5% cut, this is more than sufficient. All offended people, all offended people note 9899242978. 9899242978. Thank you. This is the video which is dedicated to the Treasury Consulting Group. And to be very honest, we are keeping this video now onwards at the end of every YouTube video. And all the courses by Sheetal Academy and Treasury Consulting Group. There are many questions people generally raised about treasury consulting, the products, the services, and we reply these questions on WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and variety of forums. But the quantity of questions, the queries are continuously increasing. Henceforth, we decided to make a video. Of course, this is not the only video which we are making. Rather, over the period of the time, we would continue to upgrade this video, to be precise. First of all, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group. We are based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. As we speak, company is around 5 years plus old, and more importantly, we are 100% cash rich company. Unlike the so-called unicorns, without quoting the name, and even if I quote the name, it's a fact that they never touch the profit. The company is in profits from inception. So since inception, the company is in profit. So we are a 100% cash rich group, 0% venture capitalist, and 0% debt. More importantly, our legal entities invest our free cash with mutual funds and international banks across the globe. We are a client to almost top 10 mutual funds in India, and that is the reason we do have holistic information about the mutual fund industry in India. That's a separate thing, that majority of the information never comes in public domain. Even if a fraction of the information comes in public domain, this fraction of information come for one day, and then how it happens. So as we speak, we do have three legal entities: India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. More importantly, we are a cash rich group, and we are having 0%, which means not a single cent invested by any venture capitalist or private equity firm. The company has not taken debt from any bank, financial institution, or hedge fund. So we are a zero debt company. That is something which we need to understand very holistically. The following are the products and services we do have about treasury consulting. The more detail is coming at the as the video progress. We have our own proprietary hedge fund. Many people in the world do not understand the meaning of proprietary. The proprietary means no party outside treasury consulting can invest in our hedge fund, which means that we trade with our own money. We are not accepting anybody's money. even if you give us any amount of money, any proposal on the table, it is completely rejectable. So proprietary is a word which is often used in United States and Europe, but unfortunately this is least used in India. The proprietary means people trade their own money. They do not trade somebody's money. Even if tomorrow, after listening this video, you come to us and say that I give you $1 million to trade my money, I will say thank you very much. We are literally not interested. We hold our own proprietary fund, and that fund would continue to be proprietary, which means that the outside participation would continue to be zero forever. We includes our this fund includes the equities desk, the commodities desk. We have our virtual comics platform. More importantly, we have our OTT Academy. OTT stands at over the top, just like we are having Amazon Prime, we are having Netflix, Disney. There are so many, OTT platform we have worldwide. Our OTT platforms is not as big because they started 6 months ago, but thankfully we are having handful of customers and they are growing. In our OTT platform, we are creating video and uploading at the back end of our platform. People with authorized login ID and password can see these videos. Apart from that, no one else is authorized to see these videos. As the video progresses, you will get to know that as we are having around 13 plus, which is 13 plus different series as far as the OTT platform is concerned. As we speak, August 2021, it is 13 plus, and we are continuously adding more series. Our idea is very clear. We will reach to 35 or probably 40 series in another 1.5 years of time. We are having our learning arm, which is Sheetal Academy. The details of the Sheetal Academy is given at the end of the video. We have our own family office desk. Rather, very soon, our hedge fund would be a part of our family office. We have our own pension fund desk in terms of consulting. And there are 62 plus different platforms which are listed on our fixed income platform, which is www.fixedincome.global. So as we speak, we have our proprietary hedge fund, we have our equities desk, we have our commodities desk, we have our virtual comics platform, our OTT Academy, our penny stock desk, Sheetal Academy, family office, pension fund, and variety of such platforms. TNFX Academy, which is our OTT platform, over the top platform. This platform is having 13 plus series. Now, few I mentioned, basic series, moderate series, advanced series, valuation series, treasury series, wealth management platform. Wealth management platform is actually integrated with TRFX Academy and would continue to be integrated because of course we would be investing heavily in the wealth management platform. When we speak about wealth management platform, we speak about the learnings. We are not talking about the trading. There is a difference. It's a training platform. Remember this. We have 13 plus different series, like few are basic series, moderate series, valuation series, advanced series, treasury series, research and analysis series, and we have variety of such series. So please do remember that. As we speak, we have around 180 plus videos live. Every week we shot 10 videos. So every month we are adding around 40 to 50 videos, and it will we keep adding more and more videos as the time would come. The target is very clear that we would be having more than 2000 plus videos probably in another 2 years of time, which means a dedicated private platform for learnings. So what is the wealth management platform? A wealth management platform is designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. The asset classes includes the fixed income, currencies, commodities, credit derivatives, structured derivatives, and many more. So I repeat, a wealth management platform is designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. Wealth management platform is also designed to cover continent-wise topic. Continents are United States, Europe, AXI, Asia excluding India. We have excluded India because the financial markets in India are very, very shallow. Very shallow. Like if you speak MTN, medium term notes, if you speak about any exotic derivatives, nowhere people are taking this. In fact, you know that I worked as a corporate registrar. Even today, 99% of the treasury function in India are working as a cost center. Hardly 1% are working as a profit center. Hardly 1%, to be honest. So the continent wise include United States, Asia excluding India, Asia excluding Japan, India and Japan, global financial centers like Singapore, Dubai, Hong Kong, Luxembourg, Switzerland, and respective, and of course Latin America. We are creating a wealth management platform which would be covering everything. Example, CDS, credit derivatives. India is not a market of credit derivatives. Reserve Bank of India on paper allowing credit derivatives, but neither we have buyer nor we have sellers of credit derivative. So on paper you have credit derivative, but practically you don't have the credit derivative in place. Henceforth, we really need to understand that if we wanted to talk about credit derivative, the only markets are US, Europe, or Singapore. India was not a market, is not a market, and would continue to be because we are doing nothing substantial to create a credit derivative market in India. That's the reason, even after a lot of frauds which are happening, banks are just writing off the money from their books. Simply writing off the money from their books. Had it been the credit derivative, banks would be able to get their money back. But once again, if you talk about this issue, people don't understand because they are not interested to have this. Anyways, a wealth management platform designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. And very soon, this wealth management platform would link with our fixed income platform, which is www.fixedincome.global. And of course, we would be adding crypto as well. That is most important. We are planning around 1000 plus wealth management videos by December 2022, which would be covering continents like United States, Europe, Japanese market, Asian markets, global financial centers, Latin America, the tax havens like Bermuda, BVI, Caribbean and respective, and structured finance, my favorite. 1000 plus videos would be covering almost everything as far as the wealth management is concerned. We would be covering a very simplistic and the plain vanilla topic. At the same time, we would be covering the exotic topic also. So basically, our wealth management platform is for the people, those who are having zero knowledge, and it is also for the people, those who are having advanced knowledge. Please understand that. It is not designed for the people, those who only have basic knowledge or the people who wanted to have exotic knowledge. People with the basic, moderate, or advanced, they all can participate. This is our TRFX Academy, a screenshot taken from our fixed income platform. This TRFX Academy is our OTT platform, which is over the top platform. And in this TRFX Academy, we are of course interlinking the wealth management platform also. I promise you, probably in another 1 to 2 years of time, we would be adding a lot of content in our wealth management platform and of course our TRFX Academy. Only people with the login ID and the password can enter into this platform, and of course on a weekly basis we are trying to have at least around 10 plus videos so that we would be able to reach to the target as far as the December 2022 is concerned, and we are committed to it, sir, to be honest. Treasury Consulting Group having own learnings platform which is known as Sheetal Academy, As we speak, Sheetal Academy is covering around 13 plus schools. Few are mentioned here. The World of Options, Option Worlds, School of Nifty and Bank Nifty, School of Investment Banking, School of Venture Capitalist and Private Equity, School of Commodities, School of Accounting, School of Foreign Exchange, School of Treasury and Risk Management, School of Forensics, and more schools are coming. Before I change the slide, the purpose of Sheetal Academy is to create a learning platform which link with Thomson Reuters and Bloomberg. We know that we have many learning academies worldwide, and I challenge all learning academy how many of them are actually linked with Reuters and Bloomberg. I often share Reuters and Bloomberg screenshots on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Twitter. Hardly I see, in fact, limited people in the world are sharing the Reuters and the Bloomberg platform screenshots, because the question is it requires a very deep and dense knowledge. Once you are sharing the screenshots, people generally ask questions from you, and you should have a knowledge to reply. That is more important thing. Very soon we have more schools coming. So as we speak, we are having Option World, Nifty, Bank Nifty, School of Investment Banking, School of Venture Capitalist and Private Equity, School of Commodities, School of Accounting, School of Foreign Exchange, School of Treasury and Risk Management, School of Forensics. The other schools are School of Trade Finance, School of Regulatory, School of Treasury Technologies, Functional Training. We have functional trainings, forensic trainings, information technology trainings, regulatory trainings, and technological trainings. As we speak, around 200 plus trainings are listed. More trainings are coming over the period of the time. All these trainings and everything are integrated with our fixed income platform. You visit our fixed income platform and you would be able to get all trainings and all information here. Apart from that, we provided you the WhatsApp number. You just WhatsApp if you have any query, and in most of the cases we reply if we feel that the query is genuine. So the Sheetal Academy is a platform whose job is to provide practical and industry oriented knowledge. Of course, we link with Thomson Reuters, Bloomberg TV, and many international magazines, international books, and so on and so forth to provide you as practical training. You visit our YouTube channel. In fact, the video you just listened, you can compare this video with any other YouTube channel and rest you know. Apart from that, we just launched our TCG Video World. What is that? We have people, those who working day night in their respective jobs. Some are engineers, some are finance people and all. They don't have time to attend the regular one-to-one trainings. I agree that they need video trainings, like the content shot in the video delivered to them, and as and when they get time, they listen to it. We launched our TCG Video World, Treasury Consulting Group Video World. In this video world, we have decided to have 100 plus topics, 5 already done as we speak. As we speak, 5 video trainings are live, pay and get. The only time need is the time to upload on Telegram groups. Every training at least 1 hour or 2 hours. It is a video training, so it is not a one-to-one training. Videos are recorded, you get the videos, recorded videos. Videos to be upload in the Telegram groups, because Telegram gives you the privilege to upload 2 GB of video. Whenever we feel that the video length is big, we request people to share their Gmail IDs. They can create their fresh Gmail ID and we upload the video in their Gmail ID. Which so that because Telegram as we speak is giving a privilege of only 10 GB, 2 GB. This TCG Video Worlds covering advanced trainings, moderate trainings, and basic trainings. So basic trainings, advanced trainings, moderate trainings. Please note my next word carefully. All basic trainings would be 2000, which means you choose any topic of basic, you get at 2000. Moderate and advanced training pricing depend upon content to content. So I repeat, TCG Video World is a platform when you have 100 plus topic, 5 already live, 2 hours video training. It's a video training to be uploaded in the Telegram group. If we need more space, we request for Gmail ID. Advanced trainings, moderate trainings, and basic trainings. Please do remember this. And this is live. This platform is well integrated with our fixed income platform, www.fixedincome.global. So this is well integrated with our fixed income platform. This is a glimpse of our hedge fund desk. Like I made myself very clear upfrontly that no third party in the whole world can enter in this platform, which means that we do not trade somebody's money. We only trade our own money. So no third party can enter in our platform. This is only for ours. But this platform covers equity desk. This platform covers scalping group. This platform covers commodities desk, comics platform, penny stock desk, silver scalping fund which we just started, and more importantly the Asian desk where we're covering Singapore and all, and the digital gold. More product we would be launching in this hedge fund, but I will again repeat, no third party except Treasury Consulting can enter in this fund. This is not for outsiders. This is our prop hedge fund, which is completely designed for the organization, by the organization. No third party is allowed. And we are very limited companies in the world, those who are running the profitable hedge fund. Our income and everything is really good, but we do not trade somebody's money. These are our credentials. You know my handheld number 9899242978. These are our WhatsApp numbers, our platform www.fixedincome.global, email ID rahul.magan@treasuryconsulting.in or info@treasuryconsulting.in. I assure you, probably in another 1 year of time, we would have more than 100 plus different platforms across the globe. Company would continue to be cash rich. We never allow any venture capitalist to enter in our company because we know the side effects of that, and we continue to add lots of products and services. In case you wish to have any information, these are all the credentials. Thank you guys and have a great time ahead.